What's up, guys? WWE Fan Talkshow here. Today I'm bringing you guys another prediction video. The predictions for today are the 2019 WWE Fastlane matches. So I've got the entire card right here. Hopefully I didn't miss any of the matches. Usually I miss one or two, but that's just because the websites usually miss one or I forget one. So, starting off with the kickoff show, everybody's mad about this match. I'm very excited. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, Cien Almas. I'm going to call him Cien Almas because it sounds better than just Andrade. So, this is the kickoff show, and a lot of people are mad that this is the kickoff show, which I don't really care, to be honest, just because it's a nice match to kick off the show. It's better, in my opinion, than having the Raw Tag Team title match to kick off the show or the Smackdown Tag Team title match to kick off the show. It's something hyped up, and it's going to make the show more hyped up. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. So we've seen this match quite a few times. This is not the type of typical feud where I get sick of the two guys facing each other like all the time, like 5 or 6 times. I don't care how many times Rey Mysterio and Andrade fight each other. They're the perfect team up. They have good chemistry, and every single one of their matches are super impressive. So for this one, I'm going to say everybody's picking Andrade, so I'm going to say Rey Mysterio for this one. I don't know. If they fight at WrestleMania, maybe Andrade, but I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio for this one. Next up, guys, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match, and this is one of the most hyped up matches, in my opinion, just because it's different. We have Aleister Black and Ricochet, which is an interesting tag team, and they've been pretty good as a tag team the past few weeks. A lot of people are kind of disappointed that they're starting as a tag team, but to be honest, having them as a tag team for now is better than them being in, like, you know, stupid feuds that don't even count, or just being jobbers, or barely even being used on the show. I mean, they're impressive as a tag team, and I wouldn't mind them being Raw Tag Team Champions, but I'll get to that later in the predictions. But then we have the Revival, which are the current Raw Tag Champs, and then we have Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. There's 3 ways I can see this happening. I can see WWE totally swerving us and having Gable and Roode win again. That is the least likely thing to happen. Don't worry about that. I can see Aleister Black and Ricochet picking up the win just because that would be the most interesting, and it would be kind of cool having them going into WrestleMania as tag team champions. Plus, they are en route to win the, the Dusty Rhodes Classic NXT tournament thing, I think. So that would be pretty interesting. It would be kind of cool to have them come in and win the whole entire thing with the Raw Tag titles. It would give the Raw Tag titles some more prestige, and I think that would be crazy. But none of those are going to happen. I believe that the Revival are going to retain. I like the Revival. Their run so far as tag team champions, in my opinion, is better than Bobby Roode and Chad Gable's. It is a little boring, though. So I'm going to stick with the Revival. I like the Revival, and I think they should remain champions. That is my prediction. All right, next up on the card, we have the, I want to call it Raw, Women's Tag Team Championship match. And you're probably wondering why I have the Bronze Classic WWE Tag Team Championship penny belt right here. Not because it's the women's belt, because obviously it's not. Just because it's a tag team match for the tag titles for the women, and I never feature this belt in my videos. I kind of felt bad, so you know what, I'm going to include it, and plus it's a pretty nice looking belt, you gotta admit. So we have the team of Boss and Hug Connection. Leave it in the comments down below. I mean, they're a good tag team and all, but gosh, they need to change that tag team name. That is just awful. Boss and Hug Connection. That's just cringe to me. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the name. I mean, good for Sasha Banks and Bayley for being the first ever women's tag champs, or modern day first ever. But that name is just awful. Leave it in the comments down below if you like that name. Versus the team of Nia Jax and Tamina. 100%, I don't think Nia Jax and Tamina should win this match. I mean, it would add some storyline to it rather than just having Sasha Banks and Bayley being tag team champions forever. It would add some, it would just make it more interesting. Maybe have Bayley and Sasha become the first ever 2-time or something like that. But there is some speculation that it's going to be Trish Stratus and Lita versus the Boston Hug Connection at WrestleMania for the tag titles. And I see that happening, so therefore I'm just going to stick with the Boston Hug Connection to retain the Women's Tag Team Championships. I always want to call it the Raw Women's Championship. Whatever, that is my prediction. Next up, we have the Smackdown Live Tag Team Championship match. And gosh, we have a lot of tag team matches on the card tonight. I think we have four tag team title matches. Not title matches, 3 title matches, 1 regular tag match. So that's a lot of tag team matches. You could call this the tag team pay-per-view. I don't know, but I am featuring all 3 tag team belts, so pretty cool. Yeah, Smackdown Tag Team Championship match, we have the Usos, the current champs, which I did not see coming. I did not see them picking up the win at Elimination Chamber. And they're going up against The Miz and Shane McMahon. Do The Miz and Shane McMahon even have a tag team name? Are they the best tag team in the world or whatever? I don't even know. I haven't even been that interested into this storyline at all. I mean, I was pretty interested when they were champions. But the swerve has just kind of gotten, I don't know. It could have been a lot better. I don't know. I think they should have held them a little bit longer than they did. Either that or they should have just split them up automatically, which they're probably going to do at this pay-per-view. Shane McMahon or The Miz are probably going to turn on one another. They are not going to win the tag titles. Either that, or they're going to win the tag titles and then have to vacate them just because, you know, they're not a tag team anymore. I don't know. I'm going to say the Usos to retain just because that makes the most sense. Who do I think is going to turn heel, Shane McMahon or The Miz? I'm going to go Shane McMahon on this one. I think it would be way more interesting. A lot of people do like seeing The Miz as a heel, including me, but, you know, I think it's just like, you know, The Miz is a heel all the time, so might as well give him a run as a babyface and eventually go on a WWE Championship title run, something like that, as a babyface. Give it a shot. I don't know. Maybe have him turn heel down the road, but I'm going to go with the Usos to retain. That is my prediction. Pretty boring prediction, but that is my prediction. And then next up, we have the last time the Shield will ever be together. The Shield versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. I completely forgot that Bobby Lashley was even in this match. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with the storyline that much because Elias was kind of involved in that, so I thought it was going to be Elias. I'm not sure. I guess it's Bobby Lashley. Anyways, this is a pretty interesting match. Obviously, the Shield's going to win. If they don't win, it's because there's going to be a heel turn, Dean Ambrose, blah, 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 which is not going to happen because it is the last time the Shield's ever going to be together unless Dean Ambrose stays in the company, which is rumors, like, going around and stuff. I'm not going to speculate. I don't even know, guys. Like, it's so confusing right now. I don't even know if Dean Ambrose is going to stay in the company or not, or if he's going to leave, which he probably is going to leave, but whatever. That's why they're calling it the last time ever. So, I think it would be a lot better if this was Dean Ambrose's last time in WWE, if he is leaving, just because it would be better to see him win a match with the Shield, with his brothers where he started, and leave and right off into the sunset, rather than him lose a big match at WrestleMania, or be in a crappy pre-show match or something at WrestleMania and lose to, like, Nia Jax or something stupid like that. Prediction for this one's just going to be the Shield, and to be honest, I feel like this one, either this or the WWE title match should main event. I honestly don't feel like Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair should main event. That's just, I'm going to get onto that in the next prediction. So my prediction for this one is the Shield. Alright, now we're going to get into it. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, and boy, am I going to go on a huge rant about this. You guys are probably going to hate me because there's a lot of people that disagree with me on this one. I am absolutely sick and tired of this storyline. I'm sick. Like, good for Becky Lynch. It got so bad, like, all of you know that I'm not a big fan of Becky Lynch, right? You know, I'm not a big fan of Becky Lynch. I used to be a big fan of Charlotte, and I used to be a big fan of Ronda Rousey. But this whole storyline has reversed my opinion on that. I can't stand all 3 of them, to be honest. I can't stand Becky Lynch, I can't stand Charlotte, and I can't stand Ronda Rousey, especially after Ronda Rousey breaking kayfabe. That is just ultimately disrespectful to the sport, and it's just like, even if it was a storyline or whatever, that is just still stupid, and it's just the worst thing ever. And yeah, that made me just absolutely hate Ronda Rousey. As for Charlotte, I can't stand Charlotte anymore ever since she turned heel, and I can't stand Becky Lynch, and you all know that. So I am not hyped up for this WrestleMania match at all. I don't really care what happens in this match. I don't want it to main event WrestleMania. It is not worthy, in my opinion. There could be a better women's match. I feel like freaking having Asuka versus Becky Lynch would be a better match than this. Like, Ronda Rousey should not be main eventing WrestleMania after that. Charlotte should not be main eventing WrestleMania. I know a lot of you like Charlotte. Becky Lynch, good for Becky Lynch. I think she's the most worthy out of these people to main event WrestleMania, even though I don't really care for Becky Lynch. I mean, so if Becky Lynch wins this match, I think she's automatically included in the Triple Threat Mania match. In my opinion, I think the main event should be Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. I know that there's not a lot of hype to that match, but in my opinion, that match should be the main event. Like, Seth Rollins should main event WrestleMania. He is the most worthy superstar in the entire WWE to do anything close to the main event of WrestleMania. And it's mind. I have no words, guys. I'm just like so upset about this whole WrestleMania thing. I don't think that this triple threat should main event WrestleMania. I think it should be a bigger match, or just a different women's match, or just have Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. I don't even know, guys. My prediction for this match, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, is Becky Lynch. I don't even really care at this point, guys. That is my prediction. And last and certainly not least, we have the most prestigious championship title in WWE history. We have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. A lot of people call it the WWE Championship. Call it that all you want. I still picture it as the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, because you can't take two titles, combine them twice pretty much, and just call it the WWE Championship. It is both belts, guys. I'm sorry. I still picture it as that. You're probably wondering why I have the Roman Reigns side plates. He is on Raw. I did do a poll a couple weeks ago on whether I should, put John Cena, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and etc. And surprisingly, all of you voted for Roman Reigns. So, pretty hyped to have Roman Reigns. I've never put the Roman Reigns plates on this belt. And to be honest, it looks a lot better than on the Universal. I think it looks a lot better. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, the title belt looks pretty good in this lighting right now. Anyways, let's get to the real title match. We have Daniel Bryan, the current champion, versus Kevin Owens. I have not spoken my opinion on this one, guys. I have not been speaking my opinion on Kevin Owens, his return, and all the good stuff. You probably see my cat back there. His name's Jeff Hardy, FYI. I talk about him all the time. We have Daniel Bryan, the heel, going up against Kevin Owens. And what's interesting about this one is that go back a year at WrestleMania and you had Daniel Bryan return against the heel Kevin Owens. Now they swerved it. Now Kevin Owens is the babyface, and he's going up against a heel Daniel Bryan. I think that's very interesting, very different, and that's what I like about this storyline so much, is that we're so used to having Daniel Bryan as a face that, like, now when he fights heels, it's like so different. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it. I love Daniel Bryan as a heel. I hope he stays a heel, and I like it so much more than the babyface Daniel Bryan, believe it or not. Yeah, going up against babyface Kevin Owens, and I think this works. A lot of people aren't happy about Kevin Owens being a babyface. I think it works. I think he's doing a great job. He's not 100% babyface. He still has that Kevin Owens kind of like, he's still kind of a jerk, if that makes any sense. He's still Kevin Owens. He's not like a completely different character, but he's a good guy now, and that's what I like about it. It's very different, very cool. And who do I think is going to win? Daniel Bryan, is he going to retain the what is it? The hemp? I'm not even sure what it's made out of. Versus, or is it going to be Kevin Owens? Yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. Kevin Owens or Daniel Bryan? I would like to see Kevin Owens win the belt here. That would be very interesting. I mean, it doesn't take Daniel Bryan out of the title picture at all. You could always have a triple threat at WrestleMania. We all know Kofi Mania is going to happen. We all know Kofi Kingston is going to fight for this belt at Mania unless we get swerved again. So I am going to go with Daniel Bryan to retain, just because I feel like, I don't know. I mean, this is what I feel like is going to happen. I think Daniel Bryan is just going to retain. I don't think he's going to lose the title. No, kitty. Can't eat that. My cat was just trying to eat one of these action figure rubber bands, so I don't even know where he got that. Anyways, I feel like Daniel Bryan is just going to retain right here. I don't feel like Kevin Owens is going to win. If he does, then good for that. Either way, I'm going to be happy as long as Kofi Kingston's going to fight Daniel Bryan or Kevin Owens. At first, I wasn't that sure about Kofi Kingston being inserted into the WWE title picture. But now, I've got time to... Freaking cat. Sorry, guys. My cat was just scratching on the door for the millionth time. What was I even talking about? So I wasn't even sure about Kofi Kingston being inserted into the WWE title picture, but after giving myself time to think about it, I'm all on Kofi Kingston's side. Might as well give him a WWE title push. I think it would be great to have Big E inserted into the WWE title picture. I think that's maybe how the New Day is going to break up. Maybe have Kofi win the belt, maybe Big E come out to congratulate him, and then big ending right there, mixing up a WWE title picture to go into Backlash or the Saudi Arabia show. That would be great. Maybe have Xavier Woods go into, like, I don't know. I mean, Xavier is a pretty good character. I'm not sure what they would do with Xavier. In my opinion, I think he would be an off and on great commentator as well as with a wrestler. I don't think they should just throw him in and just have him be like a wrestler in the back. Or heck, even have it SummerSlam. Kofi versus Big E versus Xavier Woods. That would be great. Because I think it's in Canada, right? I'm not sure. Anyways, that would be great. My prediction for this one's just going to be Daniel Bryan. I go way deep into these thoughts and stuff, and now I don't even remember what match I was talking about. So I'm going to predict Daniel Bryan for this one. And Kofi Kingston is going to dethrone Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Either that or it's going to be Kevin Owens winning, and we're going to have a triple threat at WrestleMania. Either way, Kofi Kingston's going to win the WWE title. If he does not, I have no freaking clue. Those are my predictions for WWE Fastlane, or 2019 WWE Fastlane, whatever. I hope you guys liked it. A lot of people are excited about this pay-per-view. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a great pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view so far this year has been a great pay-per-view. Royal Rumble was great. Elimination Chamber is great, and I'm sure Fastlane is going to be very great as well. Those are my predictions. Leave your comments down below. Leave your opinions. I'm curious to see what your opinions are about Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey in the WWE title match. Leave all your predictions down below, and I will have a WrestleMania card prediction match coming up soon where I'm going to predict the card. It's going to be very cool, guys. Very interesting. As well as I just did an action figure hunt, and I finally found the new NXT Target exclusive elites that everybody's finding. Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black, so I will have a video review on that as well. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.